Hello, everyone. It's Kelly Hampton. I thought I would share with you today Archangel Michael's guidance about aging and the realities that we can look forward to. So I would like to begin. Archangel Michael recently shared with me, we have been working toward this evolution, the idea that humans will live up to 200 years of age and 80-year-olds will look like 50-year-olds, and that aging is not inevitable. That's the evolution we've been working toward with mankind for over 350,000 years since the earliest of times. Revolutionary advancements have been more recently made in the last 300 years, with more advances heightened dramatically over the last 10 to 15 years. Do you know, dear ones, that souls in other dimensions have lifespans into their hundreds easily? Do you also know that the Thelosians living in pockets of your earth, but most noticeably underground Mount Shasta, California, have a healthy lifespan over 600 years? By the way, if you're just listening to this, I'll be leading my fourth retreat to Mount Shasta, California this September, and you're welcome to, of course, visit my website if it moves you to see when the next retreats will be. It's a wonderful, magical place. To continue, also, many of the so-called lost civilizations, such as Lemuria, Atlantis, and others, were known to have been referred to as ageless. So you see, the concept of present human aging is not a new concept. What is newer is your world's coming of age. How is this done, you may ask? Michael continued to say. It's done through a variety of means. Gene splicing is one way. Removal of implants is another, which is a large part of what is done through the star healing intergalactic energy system, which, if you're not familiar with that system, that was shared with me by Archangel Michael in 2010. To continue to Michael's guidance, purifying all toxins is another. Elevated thinking is another. These are means of youthing ourselves, some of them anyway. He goes on to tell us that the removal of implants allows human and animal cells to return their original God state, free from disease and dysfunction. And again, from my work, my standpoint, that's done through the star healing intergalactic energy healing system, which is 5th dimensional, 9th dimensional, 33rd dimensional in nature. It is not impossible for mankind to easily live into their hundreds and beyond pain-free and without decay as a result. This will be our world in 20 to 30 years. Some are experiencing this now, with systems like the star healing intergalactic energy allowing for this possibility to occur sooner than later, by also restructuring the mind and by removing any additional implants there. So I do plan to do some additional teachings on my channel here about, in greater detail, about how the star system does that. To continue, Michael shared, this last one, elevated thinking, is not a new concept either. What one thinks, one becomes. We often say also that where there is peace and calm, there can be no illness in the body. Implants were placed within the genetic composition of humankind by the Anunnaki, a warlike civilization determined to overtake humans by suppression. This, however, does not mean that souls who have not had their implants removed or transformed are not capable of long, healthy lives, but they are the exception rather than the rule. The number of souls advancing into later ages is staggering. Here is some information to consider, Michael said. In 2018, we expect a 25 to 30% rise in souls on your planet who live into their 80s and 90s, many disease-free. Somewhere between 2018 and 2025, 50%, Michael says, of the world's population will commonly live in their hundreds and very healthy. Just imagine. Michael goes on to say, I hear your collective thoughts rise now. What about all the people living in poverty, Angel? Surely you're not including them. What about diseases like cancer? Surely you're not including these souls, are you? What about chemtrails, Angel? They are polluting our air, our land, our bodies with chemicals like aluminum, barium, and lithium. Reports of respiratory conditions are increasing, not decreasing. What about genetically modified organisms? GMOs. Are scientists really looking for a cure to cancer and other diseases? And Michael's response is this. The White Brotherhood of Light is aware of these things and more. We, they, you. Everyone is contributing to the eradication of these harmful effects by working more fully with healing energies, by waking up through increased awareness, by envisioning the world you wish your children to live in and taking action. We, the collective of archangels, anticipate the chemtrail markings to diminish starting in the latter half of 2018, with more movement in 2019 and 2020. The select few who control everything on your planet continue to crumble and fall. More news of crumbling will be learned in 2018. More advocates for healthy life and goodness will rise from all sectors of the globe. And as far as global poverty goes, we have millions of light councils within the earth, globally repairing underground tunnels and battling dark forces there. We are also working and winning in cosmic battles. Friends, do not be manipulated into believing that the world is nothing but hatred. This is what you're being asked to think. Do not be manipulated into believing that the Illuminati will continue to thrive. Look what is happening recently, uncovering pedophiles and dark worship. In addition, much more light will come into fighting large conglomerates whose main aim is greed to keep the people in poverty, and those in disease to stay in disease. With the ascension energy, the weeds will be trampled down by the footprints of love. There will be no more cancers, there will be no more infectious diseases, no more heart disease, and very few premature deaths. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Thanks, everybody, for listening, liking, subscribing, and sharing my channel. Expect miracles and expect a joy-filled life, as Michael shared with me in his first book many years ago, Into the White Light, The Revelations of Archangel Michael. Expect the best, expect miracles, expect a joy-filled life. These things were granted to us all the day we were born. Namaste. Channel. Expect miracles and expect a joy-filled life, as Michael shared with me in his first book many years ago, Into the White Light, The Revelations of Archangel Michael. Expect the best, expect miracles, expect a joy-filled life. These things were granted to us all the day we were born. Namaste.